Hey, welcome back. Quick video. Got a new to me. Well, this one came back to me. Friend decided to sell it, and I decided to buy it. And since getting it last night, I swapped the engine, put on the 47mm QT Ripper kit, complete with the ridiculously large Pook 47mm head and the MLM circuit pipe. And then I've just got to put the foot pegs back on. Probably have to take the head off to do that. Had to do a little surgery on the foot pegs, and Nate will be comforted to hear that I need to do some fender stay shaving on the front tire, well, on the front fender stay, and still running the stock car, but I'm going to switch that out. But I sure like that manual choke at the handlebar. Comes in handy. So haven't run it yet, just doing some heat cycles, and everything's checking out pretty good so far. But I'll just start it up for you guys. Interested to see what the temperatures are like while I'm riding with that massive piece of aluminum on the front of the engine there. Let's start it up. That was no choke, completely cold. We might be running a little rich or a little wet. Might have mixed up that gas oil, a little heavy on the oil. But it should clear up as it heats up. Well, that's smoking big time now. I think that main jet's too rich. Let's adjust the carb a little. It's got an 84 main jet in the stock carb. That's really smoking this time around. I wonder what's up with that. I'm going to drop down on the main jet, and I thought I'd mixed it 32 to 1, but I may have mixed it a little too heavy. But anyways, that's easily fixed. We'll get there. Sounded pretty good though. And that was a start with no choke, so I was seeing seeing if I could get it to start easily with no choke and I guess third kick. So anyhow, stay tuned. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Not sure what's going on with all the smoke. But once I start riding, within 5 minutes it all clears up. I could have mixed the gas oil, too much oil, or it's just running rich on the at idle. So I've adjusted out the air screws some more. We'll see how that does. But since that idle video, I've ridden it twice, including here, and I'm doing a little second shakedown run here just to see the jetting and stuff like that. But since that idle video, it smokes a little at startup, not as bad as it once did, so we're getting closer. I've got an 82 jet in the stock carb. I'm going to bump it up to an 83. I had to richen up the needle a little bit because it was lean in the mid-range. And so just doing a little run there just to see how it does. I didn't have GPS on it, so I could probably only guess as to the speed. But acceleration on the low and the mid-range seems good, which is what I expected for this bored-out YT60 cylinder. When you bore out a cylinder, you change the angle of the ports, and it usually affects, well, it affects low, mid, and top range. Your high end or top range is probably affected negatively, and your low and mid are probably improved. So that's what seems to be the case here. And also at bottom dead center, I don't think the piston fully exposes all the ports. So I may employ the spacer trick on that. I'm going to look at it again and just see how much it blocks the exhaust port, for example. So what else was I going to talk about? Oh well, I guess initial impressions besides the decent acceleration. I've got the stock clutch springs in. I've got some orange clutch springs I could throw in. I don't have any black ones. I think it could handle the black ones just fine. But since I've got orange, the orange springs are kind of the mid-range, and the black ones are the high-tension ones. Since I've got the orange ones, I'll probably use those, which are higher tension than the stock springs, just to improve acceleration a little more. And then, besides the piston blocking the exhaust port a little bit, and the transfer ports as well, you know, I think one of the major weaknesses of the qt50 is the stock reed block and the stock intake. So maybe to take full advantage of this kit, I'll need to switch to a different carburetor and a different intake. And I've got a reed block that I've enlarged a bit, which I can try as well. So, but anyhow, here's another straightaway run here, just to kind of see where we stand. And didn't want to give it everything it had before getting the jetting right, but I'll shut up and let you listen for a minute. So pretty good run there. I cut out, decided to back out of it there, and we're out of video. But that's a quick report on the qt50 Ripper kit. Stay tuned for more videos.